Well, tenants and landlords are speaking up about the lack of enforcement in Nova Scotia's residential tenancy program. There's no enforcement division, leaving small claims court as the only option to resolve many disputes. But as Nicholas Sagan reports, the process can take months or years.
When Patricia Salan bought her first rental property, she thought it would be a painless way to help fund her post-grad studies. The problem is, her tenants have never paid rent.
I'm not making any money out of this property, but I still have to pay the mortgage. I still have to pay the condo fees. And I still have to fix the damages at the end of it all.
Salan's rental unit is in this building in Dartmouth. She found her tenants online and handed them the keys in June. After the first checks bounced, she started the official process of evicting them. After a residential tenancy hearing, she got a director's order for tenants to pay her the missing rent and move out. But more than a month later, the tenants are still there, and she hasn't seen a penny. She's now on a leave of absence from her studies and deeper in debt.
It's become basically a full-time job, trying to figure out different ways to deal with the different components of this, dealing with the stress of it. The emotional impact is really, really overwhelming.
Salan believes the slow process of the residential tenancies program and its lack of enforcement can encourage people who break the law. Ahmed Al-Mallah is also dealing with one of these people. He moved out of his rental unit here on Preston Street last year. After a problem-free exit inspection, he expected to get his damage deposit back. But his former landlord still refuses to give him the money, even though Al-Mallah has a tenancy board decision and a small claims court ruling in his favor.
So why this pattern is continuing and no one is stopping it? I leave this question to the authorities and the people in charge.
Mark Culligan with Dalhousie Legal Aid works with tenants in situations similar to Al-Mallah's. He says he sees certain landlords break the law again and again.
Without proper enforcement, what happens is it creates a breeding ground for abuses. So if no one is getting penalized when they break the law, then people will go ahead and break the law.
The Investment Property Owners Association of Nova Scotia has also been pushing for a compliance and enforcement unit within residential tenancies. They say a law is only as good as its enforcement, and property owners and tenants need to be protected from abuse. Colton LeBlanc, the minister in charge of residential tenancies, says his department is considering what enforcement could look like, but has no timeline yet. Nicholas Sagan, CBC News, Halifax.